Hey, it's Mike from 424recording.com, and in today's video, I'm talking about traditional and non-traditional uses for the Fifine Audio K038.
Hey mom, keep it down. Try to rock it in the basement of the crowd.
So with these mics, I really wanted to test them out in some traditional and non-traditional settings. Let's check out the non-traditional settings first after we unbox it.
So this is like a lavalier set with also like a headphone type thing. Here's the instructions you get. Take a look at those in a minute. We got the Fifine bookmark. It's pretty dope. Let's see what we got here. Oh, cool. So I guess these are the receivers, or the belt packs of the system. Got two of those. Put that over here. Looks like it'll be good. So it looks like we got mic B and mic C. Oh, here's like the, this must be the, what it communicates with, the wireless system. Take a peek at that guy. Oh, nice. Seems like pretty good build quality. Yeah, dope. Got the antennas on there. We got all the controls. Set that up in a second. I think that's it over here. What do we got back here? Nice, we got some double A's. That's good because I didn't bring any to do the test. We got the, I guess one of the power supplies, probably for this unit. Looks like we got a couple different cables. Comes with it's like a 1/4 inch to 1/8 inch stereo. Looks like. You have like a regular, I guess what is that? Just a 1/4 inch TS plug, and then you get another 1/8 inch right here. So that's cool. Cool. What else we got in here? We got one more box to unbox. This one's pretty light. Let's see. Oh, these make sense. We have the headsets for your for when you're on the go, for all your Frank TJ Mackey fantasies. That'll be good.
For your TED Talks.
For all your TED Talks. That's right. That's right. And then you got the two lavs here, which look like they go into the battery packs. So cool. All right, let's see what we can do with this stuff. Do one final layout here. Got the two lavs, two headsets. Got the power supply, batteries. Comes with the 1/8 inch to 1/8 inch, 1/4 to 1/4, and then this one looks like a 1/4 inch to 1/8 inch stereo, which is interesting. And then you got the unit here, and then the two belt packs, or like the two lav, what communicates with the device. So that's cool. All right, let's get to work.
So one way I wanted to test these out were with some drums. So I brought the kit up to my buddy Jay's studio.
So today we're here in the Bohemisphere demoing these Fifine lavalier wireless mics. We did a drum test just to see what you could do with it and how its SPL handling was at a distance. It's about 15 feet off of the drum kit, I guess. Picked up pretty well. Low frequency response isn't bad for such a tiny mic. It's not too terribly harsh on the top end. Couple suggestions on my end would have been that they included some sort of wired adapter for the mini XLR so that you could phantom power this microphone. I suspect that this belt pack puts out a DC voltage to polarize the element, and if you could hook that up wired, then this might actually be an asset to recording engineers, because you could sneak this in weird places that you would normally use a much more expensive lavalier mic, which would make it more multifunctional for the average experimenter. That said, it does work wirelessly however you'd like to use it, so you could put the base of it in your control room and, assign this pack a position around the kit or however you intend to use it. On the base station, there's an echo. My only complaint with that echo is the fact that you can't change the echo time. All you have is echo amount. So if you could somehow affect the parameters of that echo, I think that would be a little bit more viable for anything other than basically sort of karaoke echo. But the overall grade on these mics is it's about a B+ in my book, I'd say. For the money and for the flexibility, I don't think you could do much better in its category. So the overall is decent.
One of the more traditional uses for these mics, especially the battery pack ones, would be to use them in interviews like the one I did with my buddy Brian from Yellow Rainbow. In this interview, I interviewed him on the roof of a building in New York City, and there was a lot of road noise and background noise, but I feel like if we had had these and used them similarly to how I'm using it now, basically I have the transmitter hooked up to the camera. I could have easily mic'd both of us because it comes with two of these, and once I got the levels right, we would have been good to go, and we probably would have had a lot less road noise. So one way I'm interested in using these is to interview people as well, and I think that would be a great use for it. The sound quality seems good, the build quality seems good, and I think in situations like that, to eliminate excess noise, these would be great. My one complaint with the whole setup is that the wires are pretty short. I like these mics and I like the setup, but overall I think all the wires in the kit are fairly short. Especially the battery pack transmitter, it's enough to get it into your pocket, but for taller people like myself, I find myself maybe wanting a little bit extra wire. Also the wires that connect to the camera that I unboxed in the beginning, I don't know, maybe they look like they're about 3 feet cables. If the cables were maybe twice as long, I think that's something that Fifine could consider the next time out with this kit.
All right, so the last thing you can use these mics for, especially the headset mics, these are really cool. I've never had one of these. I can live out my Frank T.J. Mackey, Tony Robbins fantasies of speaking to large groups of people. Maybe when I get my 424 recording class going, I'll use this as my setup. Or maybe when I have a spin class, if you are like an exercise instructor, or maybe if you have a play or a small venue, this would be great for all sorts of different people. Singers too, like if you wanted to sing into this thing and not have to worry about holding a mic or whatever. This is a pretty cool setup. It sounds pretty good. The speaker itself is maybe a little bit noisy, but the mic is very clear. You got the echo, which is cool. You can pipe in case you want to get a little spaced out, which is cool. You can also, which is something that's really neat, is hook up some background music. You know, mix those in how you want. There's like the music knob here, which is cool. So you have kind of like a small mixer. You got your echo, and the echo doesn't seem to come through on the music, which is cool. Oh yeah, maybe a little bit come through the mic. But yeah, so then you can have your backing track and do whatever you want over it. So you know, so that's pretty cool. I think overall this is a pretty great mic set for the money. A lot of different uses for it, a lot of mics that you can use, and the range I think is 65 feet, which is pretty long of a range for all sorts of venues and things like that you can use it for. So it seems pretty dope. The only other thing I think is a little bit confusing about the K038 set is the layout of the interface. Just looking at it, you have two mics A and D that are hardwired, and then the RF mics are B and C. I think it would make more sense to have the RF mics either be A and B or C and D, and then have this laid out accordingly. I mean, it's a small pet peeve of mine, but from my first initial, use of the unit, that was something that hit me that I thought maybe could be improved. This is Mike from 424recording.com. Godspeed, my friends. Make sure you do something you want to do today, all right?